Hello friends, and welcome to our new thing here, Waza Wednesdays. So each week on Wednesday, or about Wednesday, maybe Thursday by the time you see this, we're going to go ahead and try and post a new video each week, or most weeks, about a technique, a Waza from the world of martial arts. Today we're going to talk about the hook punch, Kagezuki, because this came up a few weeks ago in one of the online classes. Someone was asking, when you throw the hook punch, should the fist be vertical, tate-ken, when you strike, or should the fist be horizontal when you strike, like so? Now, what you have to understand is that the question of whether you're wearing one of these makes a large difference in this, because a lot of folks out there, they never hit anything without a glove on. They've at least got big old hand wraps on, okay? So in that case, I could smack this bag anyway because my hand is nice and protected. Doesn't matter, right? I've got all this insulation on my hand. When we take that away, however, it's a whole different story. When we are striking bare knuckle, we have to be very careful to hit with the seiken, the front two knuckles, the index finger and the ring finger knuckle here. We do not want to hit with the little finger or the ring finger there. In that case, we sustain a pretty good chance of injuring our hand. This happens to boxers all the time. Boxers, they're hitting that bag all the time, developing tremendous punching power, but they don't know how to make a fist, so they get into a real fight. They break their hand. They knock the guy out with the punch, okay? But they break their hand in the process. So we do not want that to happen to us. So when we are striking with a straight punch, that's fairly easy, right? Now, but when the punch has a curved path, it's a little bit more complicated, and here's why. So I think that I'm locked in. In fact, let me take a right lead since I have my right hand closer to the camera here. Okay. So I think I'm going to throw a hook punch, and I'm going to hit right here, this exact spot with my hook. Great. Okay. I hit with my front two knuckles. Now, unfortunately, my opponent does not stand there nice and still like this bag does. It tends to move around. So let's say that as I'm throwing my nice hook punch here, my opponent moves back just a little bit, and I'm going to hit with my pinky, and my hand is going to be really unhappy if I threw a hard punch. Now, taken to the body, it's not quite as important, but if you're throwing a high hook, trying to strike the face here, the jaw, it's going to be a little bit different matter there. So, if I strike with the tate-ken, however, even if the distance changes, I'm still hitting with those same two knuckles because they lead when the fist is oriented like this. So, I would suggest that it is safer to strike with the hand in tate-ken for a hook punch. And then, as you make contact, if you want to turn over a little bit, that's going to be okay. But you want to be aware of the danger of throwing a hook punch, turning the hand over completely, and striking with the wrong fingers, because that will hurt you, okay? The idea, of course, is not to hurt yourself. The idea is to hurt the other guy or the bag. We don't want to hurt anybody, but if we're going to throw a punch for real, we want the damage to be on that end, not on that end. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with another technique next week for another Waza Wednesday.